Hello guys, good morning and welcome to the live stream where we review the watch list every morning and then we trade the opening bell. Hope everyone had a great yesterday. What was it? Tuesday. It feels like it's Tuesday now, but today is Wednesday. So it is Wednesday the the 22nd of January, and it is 9:17 a.m. I'm like a minute and a half late today. Market opens at 9:30, which means what? We got another 23 minutes until the market opens, and then we're going to be trading for about 30 minutes once that happens. Whole live stream, like always, should be about 45 minutes. Check the video description below if you guys got any questions. There's some FAQs there. Let's get into it. Good morning, Soar, Shane, James. Nice to see everyone. Morning from Texas. Very cool, very cool. Oh, Andrew dropping in as well. Oh, look, I'm still in the way. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes this thing, I totally forget about it because I don't always look at that screen. Yeah, you are. Good for you, Heiko. South Florida Fishing Channel dropping in. So today's looking pretty calm. On our watch list, there's only a few things that popped up, so I want to talk about that for a little bit. There's a few more dripping in here. I think we started with like 12 and now it's at what, 15? It was at 19, so a few got erased as well. So let's just start with GNPX, guys, the big runner from yesterday. Let me show all my trades. This is APT. It's not on my watch list, but I just went ahead and added it because it was such a big runner. Or it's got some interesting news behind it. Macro stuff, mostly. So GNPX, like you guys know, this was the big runner yesterday. And let me just scroll back a little bit and talk about this company. So this yesterday was such a giant run. Pre-market up 270% and then runs about 400% total for the day before really pulling back. But held its highs here in this $1 area. Anyway, it's a 21 million market cap, 11 million float, US biotech company. And this morning, it's also gapping up about 100%. So from here to the highs, 91%. So, getting close to that 100% zone. Right now, this 189 is massive resistance. I'm not sure if we're going to break through it pre-market, so in the next 10 minutes here, 11 minutes, but I think there is a good chance that we're going to try to retest this 219 area and maybe even break out from there. But again, if you look at the long-term chart, it's just a ridiculous amount of resistance here, right here at $2. So I don't know. Our high was at 219. Let me quickly check this. 219. So it looks like it got pretty close to these former highs here and then pulled back quite a bit. So right now, this 189 area is definitely going to be acting as a little bit support if we bust above it. So we got to break above that. There's no news for GNPX. They still have the news from yesterday, and that's they received the FDA Fast Track designation for their gene therapy that targets the lung cancer. Now, we were talking about that yesterday in the recap video. If you have any questions, just go ahead and check that out. Let's go ahead and move on. We got another 10 minutes, so we got plenty of time. VIVE, and boom, there it goes, updated. 4.3 million market cap, 3.7 million float, USA medical appliances and equipment company gapping up 10%. So yesterday they had news of their F10K pre-market approval. I think they submitted that on the 16th of December. So definitely good news there. And yesterday they ran up about 49%, pulled back a little bit, but overall they really kind of held their highs. They didn't really dip under this 1.16 area too much. And I don't know if we're going to be trading this one. It is, a beautiful small market cap and a beautiful tiny float, and that's usually what we look for. So it's in our range, but I would like to see this one running beforehand. And just really quickly, I want to talk about VXRT as well. 26 million market cap, 46 million float. It's a US biotech company gapping up 50%. It did pull back pretty hard though. They have some results from influenza challenge study published on Lancet Infectious Diseases. I was going through this article actually, and I guess you could say physician or the doctor who published this study has been on so many cases, everything from the Ebola case to what was the other one? I just got to think a little bit here. I can't remember all the names of them, but it seemed pretty credible. I mean, this, obviously I don't know anything about biotechs or anything, but it was a pretty interesting read. So if you guys check out these news articles from VXRT, look pretty good. Anyway, the market seemed to agree. I mean, it was up 58%, but again, pulling back pretty heavy. 26 million market cap, 46 million float. Also beautiful, tiny area. And well, I don't know. These are all great runners, but like nothing to me out of the gates is really that compelling. So I think today I'm going to take it extremely, extremely simple. Morning, Matthew. Yeah, let's check out NIO. So yeah, if you guys want me to check out any tickers, just throw them in there. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So the problem with NIO right off the bat is this thing's a $5.5 billion company. Not really what we're looking to trade with the gap and go strategy. Let me check out what the news is about this one. Let's see here. Feel free to throw in any news articles if you guys have one. No one can leave this city. Yeah, this outbreak is crazy. So the last time I checked, just like an hour ago, there was like 440 confirmed cases. There's even one case now in the States. So just a lot going on. Let me check out NIO's long-term chart. I mean, it's a nice mover. I mean, from the bottom here, let's see, 1.5 all the way up to 5. I mean, yeah. This thing's getting actually even lower, 119. This thing's getting close to like 5 times, basically a 5-bagger. That's a really, really nice growth, especially for a company of that size. Again, though, I just don't think we're going to be trading something like that, like this. And the reason is because even if you get, these perfect entries and exits on one of these massive days, this thing only moved 16%. And for a company like that, that's huge. But we were trading companies yesterday, especially GNPX, and 16% would be in 30 seconds. In this thing, you would have to have a perfect entry and a perfect exit, and then maybe you would get 16%. That's why we don't trade anything, over 500 million market cap typically. I'll look at FCL in a second. FCL I'll look at it now. They had such a vicious drop this morning. Oh man, I was looking at it and I was like, whoo, this is why I don't trade overnight. This is why I only trade the morning. You just avoid so much of this market risk. You avoid so many other variables that come into trading that happen, midday, overnight, unexpected news. I don't want to be part of any of that. And yeah, this thing just fell off a cliff. It was about a 30% dip, a little more, 38%. Whew, yeah, that's actually really heavy. SNCA, that was a 60% dip. And that one totally just fell off a cliff. I was actually watching this at 7:30 this morning, and I was thinking this could be a phenomenal trade. And I didn't do it. I should have just done it at about $2. You see big support coming in here, and then it bounced up about 18%. This was such a beautiful, clean panic right here. And I do kind of regret doing it or not getting into this trade. So I think next time, if I see a dip that's this severe and this much support coming in, I would probably go ahead and trade it. Not to mention, we broke massive support here, 2.4, which is great. So on the way down, breaking big support, didn't bounce that much. There's going to be a big bounce soon. And you look for those whole numbers like $2, 150. Well, I guess, 150 is not a whole number, but you look for those kind of significant numbers, and the 50-cent area and the $2, any whole dollars are usually those areas. Not to mention when this thing spikes in sell volume, that's usually a good indicator that we're approaching the bottom. Yeah, so this would have been the one to do. Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to trade today. Again, I'm going to take it really, really calm. We got 3.5 minutes left. I want to talk about APT really, really quickly. They make hazmat suits, and these guys ripped yesterday. They had a little high right here, pre-market 5.4, but nothing really to run home about. These guys could pull back, and they could see some tremendous support here at 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here at 4.4. Create an alert. See if we dip below that. I might dip by these guys if they, you know, approach this low 4 area today. But yeah, overall, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do. CVM, let's throw them on the chart. I don't think we have them. CVM, nope. CVM. There we go. 436 million market cap, 35 million shares outstanding. I don't know. Again, pretty big market cap, but these guys have been ripping on up. Wow, check that out. From about 70 cents to right now $12. That would have been quite an epic trade or a swing trade. Not something we would have done because we don't hold overnight, but I do have accounts where I hold things overnight, and I do have my long-term picks and all that stuff. But you know, this is just a small cap challenge, and we don't do all that stuff. So it looks like I would probably go ahead and argue that this $9 area was the big breakout zone, but then, you know, again here $10 is kind of the secondary crack. So big resistance there, and then we broke out from it. So now we're approaching this kind of new resistance here, maybe 13.3 to $15. Will be really interesting to see how far this thing goes today. OSS, I haven't checked that one out. I'll have to put that one on the list. Let's quickly see. Yeah, 2020. Wow. Nice move, but again, percentage-wise, not mind-blowing. OSS. What are you, Andrew? What are you looking at? OSS. Nice, 33 million market cap, 16 million shares outstanding. Yeah, this one looks really, really good. I think we're gonna watch this one. Go ahead and mark this one. Nice call, Andrew. Really, really good. Let me know what the news is on these guys. All you guys are calling out these stocks. It's always really good to see. Okay, so these guys have good earnings and positive guidance. Okay, that's really good. NTRP, I'll quickly look at that one too. NTRP. Uh-oh, where'd it go? NTRP. God, dude, some of these are just dead. They're just no volume behind them. Nice picks here, guys. You guys are finding some interesting ones. I like this bull flag breaking out again. Probably a little bit overextended. Big resistance here at about 345. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark that. More resistance at 4.3. 19 million market cap, 13 million float. Okay, so some of these are big runners. We're going to definitely pay attention to some of these. I'm going to probably be a bit more pause off today and then wait for things to kind of come to fruition. Probably won't trade till maybe about 10 minutes into the market open. See what has the most dollar volume, see what has the most percentage gains, and then just kind of go from there. Sales guidance, yeah. NTPR. All right, guys, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Ba-boom. NTRP ripping. Big resistance above, guys, near 350. Just keep that in mind. I like these candles though. These are nice candles. FCEL is dipping below 265. Let's see what's going to move the most. I'm checking out everything that's over 50%, and I really like that. I'm just going to take a quick gander at FCEL. This thing just got so devastated today. So really, really good fun to watch. GNPX, let's see what's going on. Big resistance here at the 2 zone. Having some problems breaking above it. I'm going to go ahead and remove NIO from my list. It's just a little cluttered. Too big of a market cap. Right now, GNPX has the biggest dollar volume of the things that I probably want to trade. VIVE isn't really doing too much, kind of just sitting there. Keeping an eye on VXRT right now. I think this one is actually extremely interesting. It kind of has clear sailing above as well. I really need a faster laptop. This thing is glitching left and right. I can't even click on something without like it being delayed. Sorry about that. We will get a faster laptop soon enough. I've already been looking. VXRT. All right, this one looks really, really good. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade it yet. I don't want to jump into a trade just yet. Not to mention, it's a below $1, and I typically don't trade stocks below $1. I don't know the news on... Oh, actually, no, we do know the news on VXRT. Really good study with a credible professor. Let's see if it pulls back a little bit more. I'm not sure if I want to jump on it just yet. Really nice 1 minute pullback, though. Big support here at 65. I think this is going to be a 1 minute pullback. This thing could definitely keep breaking higher. NTRP. Andrew, your pick is just flying right now. Nice consolidation here. Getting close to that 3. Look at that, 27% move on that one. Shoo, that's what we want to see. So 27% move in 3 minutes. That's why we look at small caps. If we wanted to trade this, we would probably need, let me just make sure I'm in the right account. Probably we're looking at $900 position sizes, maybe 310 roughly. Really, really nice move on it. Yep, I missed it as well. Sorry, I totally slept on this one. In hindsight, it seems so obvious. We have a really nice 5 minute pullback here. But let's see what happens. Let's just see. No need to have any FOMO. Again, guys, just watch out. 180-day moving average coming in here. Big resistance. Let's see if we get a pullback maybe. If we get a pullback, maybe 75 could be a really, really good potential entry. So that would be with about 350 shares. Nice work, ChemDog. I see you're in it. So this was the last one on our watch list today. 26 million market cap, 46 million float. US biotech company was gapping up 50% this morning. They published a study on infectious diseases. I don't know much about biotechs, but I was going through the article and pretty credible names being thrown around. I'm just gonna go ahead and move down my limit order, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. I actually do like this general area of support at the 75, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit here. GNPX, guys, picking up a lot. Quite a ferocious little dip down here. Might have a green to a red to green move. Let's see what happens. It needs to break over this $2. Make some new support there. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert. At or above is totally fine. Like I said, I didn't have NTRP on my radar, so I just want to take things a little bit slower. What was that? Ay. Sorry about that, guys. We're having some serious glitching. Nice move, ChemDog. Yep, NTRP is trying super hard to break out here. Actually, both of them. This could be the breakout. What's up, Valentine? Or BB Tito, I should say. GNPX, guys, above 1.94 now. Getting close to that too. Both of these have the biggest dollar volume. VXRT, guys, also kind of sneaking up here. Huge moves. I don't think I'm going to be getting into NTRP on this one. Definitely don't feel totally confident in the breakout, although there's no reason it couldn't just shoot through. This is the third pullback in theory. If you check out the 5-minute and pre-market. GNPX looking like it's about to try over 2. Looking really good. The thing I have a problem with this one is just that, look at that pullback. That could have been a phenomenal entry that just happened. Big resistance here. But if we fly over 2, guys, this thing could really, really hit the ground running. I'm a little on edge with NTRP, I'm not going to lie. Solid entry. Here we go. This looks like this could be the break. All right, I'm having some serious issues with my ThinkorSwim right now. I'll click on a stock and it shows me a different one, and then eventually it updates, but not everywhere in ThinkorSwim. So the level 2 will be different than, and it just did it again. What was that? What? I just completely went to a different chart for no reason. I'm gonna have to give my computer a nice restart later. Watch out with that sell volume coming in. Big sell volume on this candle right here. Check out the 5-minute. This thing could definitely pull back. Yeah, it was a tough one. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Big resistance above. I really am not a big fan of trading breakouts when they have massive resistance above it. Not to mention, my TD Ameritrade is freaking out right now, which makes me a little uneasy as well. Like I said, I kind of had a feeling this morning that, you know, I didn't want to get overly aggressive. But let's keep an eye on it. OSS, like Andrew, you called out. This one's moving as well. Kind of creeping on up there. That would have been a phenomenal break this morning. So basically buying this move higher, that would have been the ticket today. Might see a bounce off this 5 area. Big support here at 72. Let's see if we break it. I would need about 11% dip. What's up, Mavis? NTRP. It's trying to crack down, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm just going to quickly go. Yeah, I haven't checked NTRP's financials yet. Looks like the support came in here, guys. This could be a good sign. I'm just going to give it a little bit. Check out, see if they have any. So they, on the November 12th, they had a 10Q out. Looks like they have some warrants. Looking for an exercise price. Looks like around $6. There's some exercise prices. $5.60. Anything above, I would say, getting close to that secondary support zone could be really, really dangerous, or resistance area. Stock options exercise price of $4. That's the lowest one I've found so far. Nice work, Heiko. You always want to pour a sip out to appease the Wall Street gods. Super, super important. If you didn't check out yesterday's live stream, that was a ripping one. We got a trade right out of the gates in the morning. Today it's a little bit more chill. I don't want to really get aggressive today. We definitely missed the NTRP morning move right here. This was such a nice move, so you got to watch out with that one. 40%. I mean, that's phenomenal. GNPX struggling to go over the $2, so that one might sell off. I think today we might get a lot of sell. Just generally just things pulling back. Let's see what happens. Again, watch out. This one might try to break here. Let's see what happens. I like the support that came in here. 1 minute pull to the upside. Had a nice little pullback. Now bouncing back up. 7% candle already. Really, really solid. The reason I have a limit order here at 370 shares at 2.5 is more of a reference point. Sometimes you do get like a flash dip down, but that's not really what I'm trying to do here. I would like a potential entry if it crawled on down here closer to 2.5. There's probably like a 80 to 90% chance that I'm probably just going to go ahead and remove this limit order and maybe even try to buy NTRP if it keeps moving up. But again, you know, these small caps, as they approach major resistance, they're just not anymore something I really want to trade. And you can see here, 180-day moving average coming in, big top, big, you know, former support zone right here, new resistance, really lining up with the 180-day moving average as well. I don't think I want to trade something like that. Just finding a little bit too much risk in it for me. 16 minutes now since the market opened. We got another 14 minutes till I'm gonna wrap up the gap and go strategy. GNPX kind of holding its area here at 1.8. I'm a little nervous for NTRP. I think if it cracks 2.87, it would probably pull back. I don't know, maybe similar to this pullback, 10, 11%, something like that. Look at you, Andrew, just freaking holding it. Fair enough. You got to figure out what works for you. GNPX, guys, picking up now, 1.94. Seeing too many numbers, I'm going dyslexic over here. Let's see if I can switch screens without my computer blowing up on us. Quite a nice little pullback here. I love the way GNPX moves. It's just so aggressive. A lot slower today than yesterday. Also, big resistance above, guys. You know, this $2 area. I would really like to see us break past 2 with volume. And then I'll probably start looking to, you know, if we hold that area, probably buy on a pullback. But right now it's actually looking pretty healthy. Let's see what happens here. Now I got to switch back without blowing up my computer. Let's see if it works. All right, all right. NTRP moving up ever so slowly. Volume fading a little bit. Yep, I agree, Andrew. I was just about to actually say the same thing. Really gaining some momentum here. I would like to see, I don't think I'm going to trade it, but I would really like to see NTRP break out in the next, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. Or else I would be even more cautious on it. VWAP and 15-minute EMA kind of holding the support zone. Whew. Whew, I'm getting sweaty just looking at it. Ay, ay, ay. I also made the grave mistake of drinking 1 too many cups of coffee before this live stream, and oof, that is no fun. This might be our first live stream now after, I don't know, was it almost a week of getting a trade every morning. We were going through our slump of not being able to get any of these morning trades, and then, you know, then we had a nice little streak, but you know, this morning, I just really was not feeling it. Well, I mean, I would have been feeling it if the stocks were feeling it, but I just didn't feel what the watch list was giving me. Honestly, I feel like with NTRP, if it would have broke down, it would have done it already, to be honest. We had really, really big support come in here, 2.78, 2.8 just in general. 2.75, we could have got that pullback, actually. This is where I had my limit order originally. So I would have been in this trade with you if I just left my limit order. I probably should have got aggressive when it didn't break down. Here we go. It's trying to break out. This is just one indecisive stock. I did say too much coffee. That foo sage. Well, I'm not saying I don't. All right, NTRP, guys, breaking out right now. 3.4. Andrew, solid trade. Did you already get out? I probably would have got out of this one already. Really nice move higher from the support zone, 18% already. Just really, really watch out. I think this resistance over here might not want to break. But if it does break, big volume came in. I think this thing could really, really run. Just this would not be my trade. 3.33 getting chipped away. 2.7. NTRP, guys, this could be the runner. It already is. Up 129% on the day. $28.7 million volume. 3.37. Pretty nice dollar volume, actually. Pretty nice. Here we go. Is this the break? 3.4, 3.43, 68, 70. Sellers were accumulating just now, 3.43. Gotta watch out with that. Very nice, Andrew. A lot of the other stocks are pulling back right now. I kind of want to pull out my scanner, but I don't want to switch the screens right now. What are we going to have? What's going to happen? Me personally, I probably would have closed my position already. I just don't like the fact that 3.43 was rejected. What is like 2-3 times? Pullback wasn't too bad. Big selling volume, yep. Not sure if I'd want to trade it. Let me quickly see on our scanner. Let me pull up my... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. After market opens. Let me run a scan quickly. Some of the bigger movers today, NTRP, GNPX, CVM, all these things we have on our list, TRIL. Nothing really new here. All the big runners for the day. NTRP pulling back. So it looks like today, for me, it's going to be second morning trading. So after the live stream at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll take a 5-10 minute break. And then I'm going to, get into my trading. I usually always wrap up before 12. I don't want to be trading. I usually wrap up by 11, but I don't want to be 12 is like as far as I want to go. And then I'm done for trading for the day. I like to day trade in a way that gives me plenty of time to do everything else I want to do in my life. Look at you, Shane. You're just holding it. $3:55 my local time, so 9:55 Eastern Standard Time. This is definitely when I ease up on the gap and go strategy. I would have hoped that this was a breakout. You guys dominated this one. I was way too chicken. I did not feel it. 18%. If I just left my limit order, we would have had a perfect entry, and I probably would have got out sometime in this chop. I don't think I would have held through it. I don't know. Could have been like a 5 to 10 to 12% trade, but I just completely sat through it. They both feel pretty bad. There's a lot of psychology about that, though, a lot of studies, and it's apparently a missed opportunity psychologically is much worse. Yeah, market's really dead. I couldn't agree more. It's just a slow day, especially after yesterday. Oh my God, GNPX 360% runner. Oh wow, it was just such a wild day. But honestly, I think the longer you trade, the more you don't really care about missed opportunities. You just totally understand that tomorrow could be a ripping day, and the most important thing when it comes to growing an account is risk management. And that applies to crypto, that applies to small caps, that applies to large caps, everything. It's just risk management. And that's exactly why I divided my account up into 6 individual position sizes. So I'm using no more than like 15% per trade of my account size. More like 15, 17%, but I kind of gave it like a 10% wiggle room. This looks like we're gonna have a pullback here for sure. I think 2.5 could be a phenomenal entry. I don't think it's going to hit 2.5 exactly on one of these dips, but that's where I'm going to be looking for maybe the first bounce. Got to be careful though. Don't want to be in anything going down as it gets halted. That happened to us yesterday, but luckily it wasn't too bad. Nice move, Andrew. 10%. That's something you can run home and tell your parents about. That's really nice. I'm always super stoked. I'm like 10% trade. Woo! I feel like a wizard. "41 minutes into the live stream and no trades for me." This is definitely going to be an interesting afternoon. I'll be really, really cautious about this one. I think some of the momentum is dying a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, I didn't feel it today. I didn't take any trades. If you're just tuning in, or just a little recap today. FCEL guys pulling back so hard. This one pre-market had the dip of a century. It went from what, almost $4? No, a little 324 to 197 or something like that. But a 20% bounce, and then another bounce right here from $2 to 240. Really, really solid. So kind of crazy as well. I'm going to definitely be looking at the biggest dollar volumes. I'm going to be looking at NTRP for this second morning trading session. I'm going to be looking at GNPX for sure. I'm going to be constantly looking at my scanner, see if anything new is popping up. I'm going to keep a close eye on VXRT and OSS as well, for sure. I really like how those are moving. 30 million, anything, actually, honestly, anything above 10 million in market cap, dollar volume, anything above $10 million volume is something I probably will be trading. APT is kind of letting me down a little bit. This thing just really fell off a cliff today, down 10%. So interesting stuff. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. It was really good fun having you all, some new faces and some old faces. You guys are always really just kind of funny to see what you guys are always up to. Solid trading, guys. You guys completely beat me today. But we're not competing against each other. We're all competing against ourselves. We have to, focus and always try to be better than who we were yesterday. Yeah, 20% on FCEL. Yeah, that's super awesome, man. Good work, Valentine. All right, guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already and you found value in this content. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I'm coming out with a recap video in a little bit. And yeah, that's everything. I'll see you guys then again tomorrow. Stay safe. And like always, make some awesome trades, guys. FCL fooled us. Yeah, it did. Ooh, NTRP is running. All right. Ciao, ciao.